Johnny, Giuliano.
Said I was right before. What the hell they smoking on? News.
It's funny because actually I changed my name like a lot of times when I started rapping. So like I started rapping like 3 years ago.
Right.
So and I changed my name so many times, and then what happened was I came up with the name Ayo Dame Dash, and I handed this one kid my mixtape. He was like, yo man, you cool, but I mean you got the name Dame Dash. The name's already taken. So I was like, fuck it. Took Dame Dash right off. And then I just rock with Ayo. So it's AYO big O exclamation point.
Right.
So,
All right, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. I mean, so I went on Facebook and I went to the real Ayo the Facebook fan page you have.
yeah.
Going, and I heard a couple of the songs, and it was on a mixtape or an album called the cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Check that out. It's on Dat Piff, the cartoon. Ayo.
Yeah. So for the cartoon, like, how did you go about coming about that name for that
So,
album or mixtape?
Um, when I first started working on my first mixtape, it was like pretty much an unofficial mixtape, but I just handed out to friends. Like in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna do a mixtape called The Cartoon, and I want this mixtape to just not be any remixes, like legit all original songs. So, and I made like kind of just two really unofficial mixtapes where I just handed out to friends. You know, I posted on my SoundCloud. But then and then also like I still not as much, but before like I did a lot of cartoon drawing, so like that's pretty much more of the inspiration for the name. And also another thing with how I got that name too was because like as an artist for me, like I explore different, like in my raps, like every time you hear a song from me, it's not gonna be like the same type of song. It's gonna be like different energy. It's like a range of skill I have.
Right.
So you know, just like I have in the cover of the cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, it's very there's like it's a collage of different cartoons. So yeah, definitely check that out. That's how I came with the name.
And as far as your image goes, what's your image?
My image is whatever I like. Whatever I like to wear, pretty much.
Yep. I'll call you right back.
So usually, I'm not really too picky. I actually wear a lot of like shirts, like shirts like this, or like as far as shoes, maybe like some SBs. SBs are 6.0s mostly. Like I said, it's pretty much whatever I like. Whatever I like, I wear it. So.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like the image, when you your brand image, as far as the artist, how would you describe that?
My image as an artist.
Like what's your style of music that you create that people can expect from you every time when you're going out there, putting out new tracks and so forth.
I think that and I've asked myself this question a lot, and like I said, like what I did with the cartoon is like a wide range. I mean, it's hip hop, like I don't do any singing because I can't sing. But it's just all rap. But I just try to kind of just, I don't know, I can't even describe it. I just have like my own style. I feel that as an artist you have to have the ability to be able to develop something about you. Like whenever you make a song, I think that you want to make sure that people know, oh, I'm listening to Ayo. I'm not listening to I'm not listening to Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it doesn't sound like a Fat Joe song. It sounds like a song Ayo made.
Right.
I mean, so as far as like my style goes, I think that yes, I have a range of styles, but I think that when my audience and fans listen to it, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, only Ayo can do that. So that's how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's up right there. So what makes you different from the other artists in upstate New York or in New York or in the game period?
I think that I listen to a lot of. I check out a lot of 518 artists. Like
Hmm.
whenever I get the chance to like, so if I see somebody on Facebook or YouTube, I check out a lot of artists. Listen to a lot. As far as difference, I think that everybody in their own right is different as far as what they want to accomplish, what they want to get across in their music. So, how am I different? I think that I don't know. I just do what I do, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, when I make music, I really don't. I really the only thing I focus on when I make music, I focus on like, all right, how can I make this song better? Is this song the best it can be? And is this a song that people would be like, oh yeah, this type of song Ayo would make, like I said before. So as far as like comparisons in the 518 area, I don't really I don't really like I really don't take into account what other artists are doing and respectively. It's like I said, every artist focuses on their own type of thing. So, but I do work with and talk with a couple artists like um, J Lyrics, Mike DeRue. Who else I listen to? King. King is actually a dude. He's like a really good friend of mine, really good friend, and he actually really like pretty much put me on. He had the studio. We worked together. Shout out to King. But yeah, anybody else? If I don't say it, then they'll get mad. But other than that, pretty much I just really try to focus on what I'm doing. So.
All right. So what kind of what are some projects that you got lined up that people could look out for that's coming out soon or coming out in the future?
Well,
What do you have scheduled so far?
like I said, the cartoon. Check that out on Dat Piff cartoon. Um, right now I'm really focusing on how to take my game to like another level. Um, and which I think that that's what you should always do. It shouldn't just stop at any level. It should just be like, all right, what can I do to kind of just make the next thing bigger, and not at the same magnitude, bro. You always got to think bigger. So that's what I'm thinking. Right now, I really want to focus on getting like a bigger buzz. I'm really trying to focus on increasing my fan base. So like I said, you can check out the cartoon. And on the cartoon, I have a link to my Facebook that you could check out the page. And I think right now, what I have lined up so far, I definitely have a new mixtape in mind called Ayo Radio. And I've actually written 2 songs already for it. But that should be done in like the next year, hopefully. And like I said, I'm trying to build a bigger buzz. So I might drop like a couple singles here and there. Probably do some more collabs, and then really start pushing Ayo Radio. But for right now, I'm really trying to push the cartoon. Check out the music video better.
I mean, as far as the cartoon, like, what are you doing with that? Like, what can the people look out for? You know what I mean? As far as shows, videos, other stuff coming up.
Well, like we just did the video better.
Mhm.
Did it like 3 weeks ago, so that's on YouTube. I'm trying to do more videos for that. Hopefully, I'm trying to get more local shows. If I can perform somewhere in Albany. Hopefully, in like the Red Square, that'd be cool. Northern Lights would be even better. The Armory would be amazing. So, but yeah, as far as shows go, I'm working on trying to get some performances done. But right now, like I said, with the cartoon, hopefully do 2 more videos. Really just try to push that so that people can get prepared for like what I'm going to be delivering next.
I'm gonna ask you like 3 to 4 random questions, probably 5. The people also want to know like who inspired you to want to be a rapper.
Mostly Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe.
At the top, because I remember at first I didn't like Lupe, and then I heard one of his songs, and then I went and I downloaded some couple songs. Then I started buying his albums, and like because at the time it was when like all those dance songs was coming out, and there was a point where I was just like fuck hip hop. But then like then like I like Lupe because he showed a spectrum of hip hop that kind of like that hip hop isn't so one sided, that you can talk about other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that's what I really loved about him too. And also he showed that you can omit some sort of positivity in hip hop, which is what I really respected from him. So he inspired me. Kanye West, mostly for his creativity, very creative. So those are the main two rappers that really inspired me, Lupe and Kanye West. And I think that in my music, like I said, I try to push it creatively how I can like rap. You know what I mean? Like I don't do any singing because I can't sing.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm always trying to like do something creative with my raps and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I mean, and in what ways do you develop and better yourself as an artist? You know, like what do you do like to get better every day, or like every time you try and get better? How do you go about getting better? Like stepping your game up.
I listen. What I do is I do a lot of like examining. I love music a lot. So I listen to a lot of different type of genres. I'm not so restricted. That's one thing that's one thing I do to kind of better myself, to kind of just be able to let all these different influences hit me, so that I can make something of my own. So it's not I'm not restricted when I make something. And I listen to a lot of like lyrical people, like Kendrick, very lyrical, crazy. A lot of Lupe, stuff like that. Mickey Fats I listen to. I listen to I listen to their delivery and how they approach a song. And so and Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's also an inspiration. Kid Cudi. And so I take like how they would approach doing something, and then I mix it with my own style, and then that's how I deliver. Also, I try to kind of just really, I don't know if this sounds weird, but I try to separate my life as far as like my regular life and kind of like my life as an artist. You know what I mean? As far as like like on my Facebook, I only promote things on my music page, The Real Ayo. It's all one word, The Real Ayo, and the last O is two O's, lowercase O and a 0. An uppercase O. So I only promote all my music on my fan page or my music page. Don't request me on my regular Facebook page. I won't even tell you my name. Don't request me on my regular Facebook page, because you're not gonna get anything from there. I try to, I really try to restrict those two worlds. And also, I always look for better ways to kind of just to really put my stuff out there, as far as like, especially who I choose to do collabs with, who I choose to associate my stuff with. Because honestly, nobody likes a bad rapper, right? And we've definitely all heard songs where we listen to somebody and they'll be like, oh yeah, oh so and so killed it. Then this other dude come in and you just be like, yeah, it was cool to that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I do a collab, I do it because I know that these artists are gonna like bring something to the table. I'm not the only person that's like, alright, I got something and y'all don't have nothing. You know what I mean? That's also what I do as far as collaborations and stuff like that. I also do a lot of reading. I do a lot of research. Like I read about because being an artist is also kind of just being like your own company. You work for yourself. I don't know if a lot of people really know that. And it's really a good thing that you really need to know about. So I read here and there, actually a lot, a lot of research about like how I can approach something more professionally, And
Hell yeah.
because nobody's gonna take anybody seriously if you're not professional. So I try to be professional with it.
Yeah.
Especially starting out right now. I think that and as far as me musically getting better, the music that I do put out, like as far as when I release music, I only make music that I could feel. Um, every morning I write in the morning before I go to classes or whatever. I write. If I'm on my way to classes, I write. Get home, I write.
I
At a
mean,
break, I write. I write a lot,
I-
which goes into the work ethic.
right,
And
right.
and it goes into bettering myself
Yeah.
because because and actually when I do write songs, when I actually do make music, it's kind of like this process where like, all right, now I'm in the zone where I want to make music. I don't really make music like, oh, I gotta make a song today. Oh, I'm about to make a song tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, and when I make music, I only put out stuff that honestly I feel that is my best. I would never just make something, just be like, well, I made it, so I gotta put it out. I mean, it's not gonna be the best on the track, but I made it, so hopefully somebody like it.
Right.
Because what I read in a magazine I have, with the 500 best albums of all time made, and in the beginning there was a quote. I remember this, and it's how I approached the cartoon that said, "A great album is short. The longer it's not, it starts to fall apart." So when I made the cartoon mixtape, I intentionally did it 10 tracks, my best 10 tracks, a solid 10 tracks. I want it to be short and good. I don't want to just make a lot of shit just out there. Like, it is, I don't know, I don't really see it, but it's just extra shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
definitely. I mean, like, what are some books that you recommend for these other artists in the game who are interested in, studying more in their craft, or trying to get better in that way, as far as books go?
I feel like I said before, that as an artist, you have to look at yourself as a businessman or businesswoman.
Mhm.
So you really have to just kind of school yourself on like the business side of things, okay? Or at least just try to research it, because how I look at like getting signed or getting a deal is kind of like, it's more of just like an investment in you, and they're helping you. But from when you're like, everybody starts off independent, obviously, so you're gonna be doing everything yourself. So, and you don't want to waste time and money. That's two things is just no. So I think that whenever when you go to do look up stuff, you should look up what can help you use time and money effectively, especially time. Time is just some shit you just can't waste.
Right, right. And I mean, but what are some magazines you could recommend?
Magazines.
Or that magazine you said before?
The magazine. Well, like I said, it was the 500 Greatest Albums magazine from
Oh,
Rolling
okay.
Stone. Well, when I do read books, it's more just like I read articles or I watch videos as far concerning like the business aspect.
Oh, okay. You focus more on the
Yeah,
business and
because
anything else.
I want to be professional with my music. I don't want to just be like,
Yeah.
nigga, I rap.
Yeah.
So I look up ways to be better professionally and kind of let people know like, oh, he's really serious about his music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Magazines. I feel that maybe, I don't know. Me, I don't read anything, or I don't read anything as far as making music.
Oh,
As far
okay.
as making music, I listen to music. I listen to how they would do it, and then I kind of take it from there.
Yeah, yeah. It makes sense.
Magazines.
Uh,
I read magazines for like, for inspiration. Honestly, like,
yeah.
I think that shit is cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Just being in a magazine, like, and reading about an artist.
Mhm.
So.
I mean, so what are some problems you think some artists have in as far as music goes?
I think it's definitely persistence.
Mhm.
Definitely persistence and consistency, and really, yeah, persistence and consistency. When I say persistence, I mean that like there's like a lot of people that make music and then they just stop. They'll drop a mixtape. They'll get everybody hyped. Everybody like, yeah, you know, they shoot the music video. They got like 5 videos. They about to drop a mixtape. Mixtape don't do good. They stop. But I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop. I feel if you really, and I encourage that, like, if you make this, what I do is when I make music because I love music. I love making music. I mean, if I never got put on, I was thinking about this too. If I never got put on, would I be really mad? I don't know. But as long as I get to make music, that's cool, you know? I feel that you just have to love making music. You can't really want to do anything else. Like, I feel like there's other better ways to try to get all the perks or whatever, as far as, you know, being signed or, you know, that other shit, you know?
Yeah.
So persistence, like, you just got to keep going with it, and it's gonna be tough. Like, it's tough right now for me, you know. I'm trying to build a buzz, spending money here and there for this and that, you know. Consistency is big too, because if you make like a good song, then you make it just a bad song, and a bad song, and a good song, and a bad song, then what people get from it, first impressions are huge. So that especially when you're first making music, I think that what I try to do is I try to make people, when I approach people with my music, I want them to really kind of just get a feel for it and be like, all right, yeah, I see what you're doing. You know, I like what you're doing. You know, so consistency, I think, is key. I think just always having, like, just always putting out good music, not just putting out music because you made it.
Hey yo, so also let the people know, like, what do you do on your spare time, brother?
Spare time, like, I write a lot.
Yeah.
I write a lot. When I write, I don't really write like raps. Like, I kind of just write more poetry.
Poetry?
I write more raps as far as, like, when I make music.
Right.
And then I also bought a keyboard. I got a little lava lamp.
Alright.
I make beats, but I do that. I don't release those beats. Not because none of them are good. I do it because I feel like just making beats is kind of just like a different. It's a different type of art in a way. It's cool.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Chuck English.
Who's that? Chuck English.
Cool Kids.
Cool Kids? Oh, okay.
Check them out. Chuck English is dope. Chuck
Yeah.
is dope.
Yeah.
Who else? What else I do? I mean, I just hang out with people. Regular shit. So right now, I'm just really focused on what I want. It's my spare time.
All right. So once again, before we tune out, just let the people know what to look for, where they can find your music, and what's the album that you got coming out right now, or the mixtape that you're working on.
Yeah. Once again, it's Ayo. Follow me on Facebook, The Real Ayo, one word, and it's 2 O's at the end. Ayo. It's a lowercase O and an uppercase O. Follow me on Facebook. That's why I post everything. Videos I have, everything. On YouTube, you can look up Ayo. You can just type in ayo0 exclamation point. I'll pop up. You can check out my mixtape, The Cartoon. That's on datpiff.com. Yeah.
Make up don't love her. Sometimes I wish that I ain't know her. I do this, she fusses. I do that, she bugging. Don't know how we still here. Act like she ain't got 2 ears. We leave just to come back. Break up just to make up. Should've known it wouldn't work when we had our first date. Telling me about what she like, all the things I fucking hate. Had to look the other way. She was a dime I couldn't throw away. Sex was great, but she was boring. Amazing how we worked so long and trying to watch the game. She switched it to Ellen DeGeneres. Thought this came on early, yeah, no baby, I recorded it. Fighting over what I wish she take too long to do her hair. If we wasn't knocking boots, I chuck mine up, give her the